Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm one half of Jen Squared, and we are hobby authors writing our very first romance. I always mess this up. Fantasy romance trilogies. Why trilogies, you may ask? Because we just hyped each other way too much, and then that's just how things worked out. I was gonna say a little too much, but it was way too much, if we're being honest. It's actually day 25 of NaNo 2.0, and I'm only getting around to filming this intro right now. So let me catch you up, because there's a lot to catch up on. A lot has happened in the last 5-ish days. 5. We're starting on the 21st. The other vlogs included the 10th and the 20th. We're doing it in 10-day chunk. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There is no productivity hack associated with this vlog. I tried to do writing sprints in the first vlog. The second vlog, I tried to do a timer to see what would keep me more accountable, what would yield the higher word count, but unfortunately context is very important. And the only other idea that I had to lump in with this vlog would have been the thing where people write a full story beat per day, and with my writing style, that being the style of being incapable of leaving out any singular detail in case it's usable, that would require a lot more hours per day to be able to do that, and I don't have that many hours per day to be doing that, so we're not doing that. And I didn't have any other ideas. I could have ChatGPT'd it, but you'll see in the mayhem that will ensue from this update that it wasn't feasible. On the 21st, I had a day off. I got my nails done as a little early birthday treat to me. 22nd is my birthday. Anyways, I immediately chipped them because I spent the whole day cleaning, because that's adulthood. At least that's what adulthood looks like for me. I'm just always cleaning my house all the time. And then you wouldn't even know, because like even the drawers being open is triggering. You wouldn't even know. I also had a small writing session, and it would have been a large writing session if my house wasn't in complete disarray and I didn't not waste my whole day cleaning, but I did spend the whole day cleaning and I was exhausted. That's not exactly like the ideal way to spend your vacation days, but I guess like that's just what it was. That's just how it turned out. I guess I can tell you exactly how much I wrote that day. So I wrote 425 words on the 21st. And then, one second, let me get back to my notes. On my birthday, day 22 of NaNo 2.0, I had a little writing session at Starbucks. I do regret only getting the grande because, it's your free drink, but I always get like something that tastes like cake on my birthday for my free drink because that just feels right. And then I just feel like that's a lot of sugar. Maybe I should make substitutions, but whipped cream on your birthday, that's just gotta happen. Anyways, let's cut to the writing chat that we had and cue the montage right after. We're just gonna have a quick chat. So, it's my birthday. My friends, Jen included, have planned the day. So normally I host for my birthday, and I usually do like a pairing with like cocktails and appetizers, and it's like a whole shebang, like a really nice house party. It's really fun for me mostly. So this year, pretty big birthday, so I let the girls plan it because I also didn't have a lot of inspiration for what I wanted to do this year for hosting. I'm like trying to braid my hair as quickly as I can because I just took a shower. We wrote a little bit this morning, but that's basically all that's gonna get done because they've told me to clear my schedule for the day. I do know a general order of things. I know that I'm pretty sure there's a facial involved. So we're gonna do braids to get my hair out of my face, and I had to wash my hair. Like, it had to happen. You saw the hat this morning. So today is gonna be a whirlwind. I don't know how much of it is going to be filmed. In terms of scene cards, we're doing okay. I added chapter summary cards, and honestly, that's helping get just like an overview in a really quick succession of how the plot is advancing, which I think is really helpful. At least it is for me. I'm a very visual person, so I could make sticky notes and I could lay it all out on the floor and just see how things go. The 3x story structure is really just keeping me on track. I think it elevates our natural inclination for storytelling. That's what it is. I'm like flustered. The biggest hair tie you could find. So yeah, so as of right now, scenes are going well. Chapter summary cards I feel are gonna be like my way to visually see how the plot moves forward, and before I get into manuscript is gonna keep me on track, but also give me like the confidence to feel like, okay, I've fulfilled the requirements, I've set myself up for the future. I can start off on a really good foot getting into manuscript rather than what I want to do, which is just jump right into manuscript. I feel like I have enough that I could jump into manuscript now. Like I have enough meat and potatoes to work with in terms of scenes per story beat, but I'm just doing some quality control right now. I'm happy with it. I'm not mad. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot because I'm vlogging every single day, and there's not always a lot of new to be shared when you have like a 400 word day, you know? Hopefully that's not super boring for you. Not that there's many people watching. Okay, I don't have to be self-deprecating every time I come on to chat with you guys. I can tone it back a little bit. In any case, I am gonna see where the day takes me with my girlfriends because it's my birthday. Talk to you later. Or I won't. Maybe it'll just be a montage. We're gonna find out. Well, I guess it begins. Yay! Insert footage. So cute, right? The washroom scene with Jen, by the way, the other half of Jen Squared, who's also doing shorts every single day for NaNo 2.0. That was all I have from the restaurant, which is a crime because it was a really nice steakhouse and the food was delicious. Moving right along to day 23. I had a 0 word count day. You can imagine, after the festivities of the day before, I wasn't feeling too hot. So I'll insert some footage from there that I think speaks for itself. That's what you would expect. I don't think that needs an explanation. Okay, back to business. Day 24. We had a quick evening writing session. Honestly, after 2 days of not writing, most of that evening was rereading and getting back into the zone and seeing, okay, where did I leave off? What do I need to do next? So we only got up to like 487 words. Not bad. I'm happy about it. Considering what I'm doing, have I mentioned that yet in this vlog? I'm working on scene cards for Project Elixir, Book 2, Act 1. That's a lot of details, but if you're a writer, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm planning scene cards. I thought for NaNo I was gonna be flying. I thought I was gonna hit manuscript. I'm not. There's a lot of scenes that I had pre-thought of prior to even starting scene cards, prior to inserting into the 3-act story structure my kind of ideas of how the work will flow. Ultimately, it's not enough for what I want to happen. There are a lot more scenes that need to happen to fulfill the story beat requirements. And you may be wondering, Jenny, why don't you just get rid of the fluff that's not fulfilling the story beat requirement? Or why aren't you just editing the scene that you already have to make it fulfill the story beat requirement? And the answer is I'm a level 2 author. Okay? I'm doing my best. I am. Wow. Do I sound like Jen? I feel like I do. I'm kind of happy about it. I'm very happy about it. I love Jen. So that's where we're at. I should have mentioned. But that brings us to day 25. Hello, we're here. We've arrived. To present time, we have a goal today to write at least 1,000 words because this is the state of my current Nano 2.0 tracker. We're not going to hit it. We're not going to hit the goal. I know we won't. I can math. I know how much time it takes me to write, and I also know that what I'm writing is not a high word count yield. Unfortunately, we are met with the fact that context matters. What you're writing, how you're writing it, how much time you have, context of your busy life, if you had a birthday, all of that context unfortunately impacts the word count. And word count is my favorite way to track progress. But it's not very rewarding this month. Not a bad thing, totally fine. Love my hobby, love engaging with it any moment that I have a chance. Happy to make the progress that I'm making because I'm consciously thinking about how to move forward. And it's good. And it's going to be good for future writing Jenny, which is very, very important. I think that setting yourself up for the future is ideal. And that's on being a planner. That's what that is. Now that you're all caught up, let's have a little writing session. We'll see how much we can do and hope for the best. Do I move you in frame better or do I just leave it? Because I'm really feeling the leave it option, if I'm being honest. We're gonna leave it. Sorry, not sorry. Welcome back. I've written a lot, actually. I'll give myself that much credit. I wrote 1678 today, which is really good. That is probably one of my highest, ignoring the cottage from vlog 1. I have inserted 2 new scenes, which I'll flesh out. The way I do scene cards is I just basically write like the first draft of the scene in my scene cards, and then I can pick and choose what works when I'm doing manuscript writing, because as you go through manuscript you get so much inspiration for where the story should go that you just end up using like half of your notes. So right now I'm making the notes. Loving it. I've added 2 scenes. They may end up shifting into Act 2. I'm hoping to like finish the Act 1 scene cards and then move into manuscript and then do it in kind of a chunk system. These scenes might move into the second act. As long as they happen before the plot twist, I'll find a way to fit them in and I'll be happy with that. So like it's nice to add extra. I'm glad to have a higher word count goal. I do want to kind of lock in a little bit for the end of Nano, just because it's like finishing up. We're on our last legs. I want to like have something to show for it, I guess. Like I do have something to show for it, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I don't know why. I just keep giving myself this kind of pressure that I need to be doing more words, which is fine. It's okay. I'm happy. I'm happy with what I'm writing. It's not a bad thing to have a low word count goal. It's not a bad thing to miss it. It's hard. It's hard. And you know what it is? If I wasn't vlogging, there wouldn't be an issue. But because I'm vlogging, I want to keep giving you new information and new struggles and new things. But I'm like moving at a glacial pace, so there's no new information. And that's the problem with vlogging every single day for 30 days straight, you know? It's okay. Manuscript writing Jenny is going to be grateful for how much time I'm putting in now, regardless of the word count. And maybe for the J2 June challenge, maybe then we're going to be in manuscript. I guess we'll see. Dreams for the future. We'll worry about that later. Let's worry about this now. All right. I'll catch you later. We'll do a check-in in a few days. All right. Talk to you later. Bye. I don't have to say bye every time. It's one vlog. It's one vlog. Day 28. Checking in. Last night, I was writing this scene. You saw my facial expressions. In book 2, there's a new male character. Oh my god. He's a charmer. He's a charmer, I'm telling you. I forgot. He's a charmer, okay? And I forgot what I wrote in my inspiration, in my bout of inspiration that I had written months ago of like who this character was going to be, what his kind of story was going to be, and how he was going to be kind of presented to the audience. Reader? The reader, not the audience. I forgot the direction that I wanted to take this character in, and let me just say, I'm so impressed. And I don't say that often about my own work. That's kind of egotistical. But you know what it is? It's not even that. It's not even that I'm happy about it. It's like, I'm like, you know who would love this? Jen. And honestly, that's what I'm doing this for, is for her approval. Because I'm like, I know that I'm going to tell her about this line that he says, and she's going to be like, ma'am? So pat on the back for a little bit of dialogue, which is something that I really struggle with. I say that, but especially early on in manuscript writing, dialogue was really hard. Now, having one manuscript under my belt, first draft under my belt, still difficult, still sometimes quite challenging. Also, like, I find like my instinct is to be like, let's make it banter. Every single conversation doesn't have to be banter. Let's start there. Scene cards, you're getting chunks of things. Like, it's not the be all end all. It's not like you're writing the first draft or anything. Including ideas of banter, I think, is fine. I feel like I keep flipping and flopping between giving myself a compliment and like pairing back, because I'm putting this on the internet and I don't want you to think I'm completely conceited. I save that for my close friends and family. In any case, I feel like I struggle a lot with dialogue there. I'm not worried about it. The scene that I just wrote last night, not worried about it. Feeling very good about it. Feeling very proud about it. It's fine. I'm so not worried about any dialogue that needs to be fixed, because everything that I'm doing is round one. Everything that I'm doing is for me. Will not see the light of day. The only people that are going to see it are me and a few select people who I know won't judge me. So there's really nothing to worry about, and so I'm just writing, and it's really, really fun. There's no pressure to be good, because it's just for me. At this rate, it's all gonna just be for me. I'm going slow. Self-deprecation. Like, why is that my go-to? I don't know. Okay, so right now with my writing, I feel like it's very showy. Not showy. Sorry, that's the thing you want it to be. You want to show them, not tell them. I feel like it's pushy. I feel like I'm imposing the impression that I hope you have of people onto you as the reader, which I'm the author. I'm meant to have control over at least some level of the impression you have over people if I was a good author. Wow, am I changing my whole perspective on what I was just about to say? Like, I was just about to say I can iron out all those kinks, but like, maybe that's not a bad thing to work on imposing on the reader. I think I might be changing my perspective. See, but okay, my instinct is self-deprecation. I don't want to say like I'm doing a good job, but last night I was doing a good job. Wait, pause. Wait. Let's just cut that whole section. What do I want to say? All I really wanted to share, because I was really excited to share that I was happy about something that I was writing and I was proud of it. And the point of me being proud of it was because I was like, if I showed Jen this section, which I will, and I was like, you know who would be proud? Jen, the queen of banter. And then I was like kind of a little emotional about it, because that's so cute. My bestie would be proud of me, and I'm excited to tell her about something. And who doesn't love that? Yeah, it's just really nice to have somebody who gets it. You know what I mean? It's somebody who gets it, who I can go to and be like, I did it. I feel really good about this on the first try. It's gonna change and morph and move into something else. But yeah, reading back my own notes about inspiration for what I had for a character made me like, what? That's exciting. I think that's worth including in this vlog, I'd say. Anywho, I've completely gone off the script at this point. There's no script, but like the notes, you know? Because I'm a planner. This is such a joy. I love writing. It's a roller coaster, because I'm so proud of one part and then other parts I'm less proud of and I feel need work, but that's okay. I'm learning. What am I supposed to be good right off the bat? No. Gonna strike gold sometimes, obviously. That's the stuff that keeps the momentum going and keeps the roller coaster riding. You know what I mean? I feel like I wrote this down so much better than I communicated it, but I'm not gonna do it again. Okay? Anyways, let's see what else I can add to these prep documents here. Also, I'm having girl dinner. I just finished dumplings, and I'm having a whack ton of spring rolls, which I've never tried, and I hope they're good. The sauce, and I've got this plum sauce, which has been in frame this whole time, just right there. So let's enjoy. Okay, Who am I being right now? Please don't burn my mouth. Jump scare. I live in a very dry climate. Gotta moisturize. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Needless to say, like, my mind is mush by this point in the month. We did it. We did do it, but we'll get into that. Let me just get some energy. Let me just pick it up. Give me a second. One more time filming myself. One last time. It's still daylight. I'm calling it. Okay? I'm calling it Nano 2025. Not what I imagined. You know, especially for something that I was filming and putting out into the world. I thought it was going to be like 100,000 words for you. For the clickbait, really. And yet here we are. Didn't even reach a 35,000 word goal. That's okay. C'est la vie. Jen would say now, la vie. It's our thing. I think the next 30-day challenge that I do, which will be in June, I'll be making sure that it is manuscript that I'm writing, because I don't know, I write those a lot faster. There's a lot more word counts. I'm gonna stop beating that dead horse. I did give it my all in this last week. Just writing every possible idea, every possible direction that each possible scene could go into. But I have been conscientious at the same time, trying to make sure that it's something that is usable, something that I want to use, something I'm proud of. Maybe not even proud of, but just interested in writing in, or interested in taking the direction of the novel in that way. Not bad, not bad. I think future manuscript writing Jenny, probably in the new year, is going to thank me for that. I assume, I hope, I dream. That deeper level prep is gonna be a benefit. I know it is. Oh my gosh, this is like the story of this whole video of like me being like, wah, didn't write enough, but also I'm having a really good time. It's like I just need to not even worry about the word count. That's just so not the problem. Oh man, you can just see it in my eyes how tired I am. I'm so excited not to film tomorrow. In any case, I am gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna go put some makeup on, shower, and like take some selfies so I can make a thumbnail and maybe fix the last one. I don't know if that's interesting to share with you. If you're only seeing us for the first time and you've made it this far, thank you. I personally invite you to go watch vlog 1. It is a strong contender for this one. Jen and I went up to the cottage. It was very, very joyful. Or alternatively, if you prefer short form content, you could go watch Jen's shorts. There's a whole playlist. She wrote every single day. She's pretty funny, if I do say so myself. I forgot to say, oh my gosh, somebody left a moon. So I'm pretty sure, I can't remember which vlog. I think it might have been vlog 1. I told somebody to just leave a moon comment and nothing else, and they did. And Jen saw it first, and I didn't even realize that she saw that I told people to do that, and then she found it first, and this is our text thread. Shout out to you, because we were clearly losing it. That was really fun. Any like, comment, or subscription really supports our journey here on YouTube. We really appreciate you, and we hope to see you soon. Bye!